All right, let's get into it. Yo, man. Welcome to the Chictionary podcast, episode 5. Happy to be here. You know what I'm saying? I took a week off, you know what I mean? I gave y'all, like, technically 2 episodes, though, so y'all shouldn't feel no type of way. But, was out with the wife in Vegas for the fight. Went to see Usher. You know what I mean? That was a movie. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody and their mother was there. We actually went to the concert that Joe Budden was at, which was Friday night. You know what I mean? Had a ball, man. Action packed with celebrities from L.A. Reid, Joe Budden, Nelly, Young Miami. Like everybody and their mother was there. So I had a real good time. Then flight got canceled. We was actually supposed to leave Saturday so I can get back to work, but flight got canceled. Ended up having to stay, the next day or whatever. Yo, they do you dirty in Vegas, bruh. Could you believe that even though we was in Vegas, there was only like one place that you can go watch the fight in Vegas? None of the hotels had it. None of the hotels. Crazy. Anyway, I bring all of that up because it's going to help us discuss the topic that we're talking about today. Sliding back on your ops, aka your ex, or spinning the block on your ex, and the idea of getting over somebody, right? So I posted something on my TikTok, Chictionary podcast with the underscore. If you want to follow me on TikTok, but I posted something on my TikTok. I found it hilarious, right? They showed you a picture of Sweetie and Dream Doll with the same exact wig on, basically. It was like a greenish blue wig. I'll throw the picture inside just so y'all can see what I'm talking about. And you juxtapose that with seeing Nelly run around with Ashanti again, right? And I find it funny because it makes you think about spinning the block on your ex, right? Now, me personally, I love all my exes, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all. But I don't think I'm really a spin the block too heavy type dude, right? A lot of times when I'm done, I'm kind of extra done because I done been done for a while. But it made me think about just being in that whole mind space of a breakup, you know what I mean? And how in today's world we live with the gifts and the curse, right? So what do I mean by that? I feel like in the world that we live in today, when you could go on Instagram, anything that you like, because they want to keep you engaged, they're going to keep feeding it to you. So if you like 5'2" to 5'4", light skin, long hair, green eyes, that's all Instagram going to show you. You're going to click on somebody's page, and that little tab to the right is going to have 5 of her doppelgangers. You understand what I'm saying? So, is it really necessary to spin the block? Or should you just move on and find you something that's close to what you had? Or should that force you to change your type altogether? Now, what's funny about this is my man told me that Kanye just recently got married, right? They had a ceremony. I don't know if it's like a real wedding, but they had some sort of ceremony, right? So they have this ceremony, and when you see the girl, she's a carbon copy of Kim Kardashian. You know what I'm saying? Which is not surprising, right? Because Kim is a very popular figure, somebody that we all kind of see, and we know that they all kind of went, and women in general went and got that Kim Kardashian surgery to look just like Shorty. You know what I'm saying? So there's hundreds, if not thousands, if not millions of women that kind of look very, very similar to her even if they wasn't born that way, because they done went and got their nose done, their face done, etc., to look like shorty, right? So in a situation like that, you like, damn, if I can't get over my ex, then I'm gonna just go find somebody that look just like her. You know what I mean? And that's gonna be my happy place. I would love to know how y'all feel about that, because I want to say that when I was younger, I dated women that looked very, very similar. I got two exes that, oh boy, she'd probably curse me out to this day, because the second girl, it was a you remind me of a type situation. You know what I'm saying? Shorty looked so much like the one that I stopped dealing with, that I used to call. I used to call her Shorty name on a regular basis. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, I'm sorry, both of y'all. You know what I mean? But I don't think that it was because I wasn't over the ex. I just think that I liked a certain type of female at that time, and they both fit the mold. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I don't know. That was, I'm apologizing again. I'm thinking about when I used to call Shorty by the other chick name on a regular basis. I don't know how that relationship lasted as long as it did. I don't know how that relationship lasted as long as it did, but I mean, it is what it is. I can't do nothing about it now. And she rode out with the kid until I memorized her name. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. But so my question to y'all, right? Would you spin the block? Do you spin the block? And do you feel like in the world that we live in today, where you could literally go on Instagram and find a carbon copy of the chick that you like, does that put you in a position where you feel like you're empowered because now you could go search out what you're looking for? Or do you feel like you losing because it makes you not go the extra mile to make it work with old girl in the past? You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's the same for ladies. I guess we kind of do look similar too, right? You know, they like light-skinned dudes with beards, with a low stomach, you know what I'm saying? They like the dark-skinned chocolate dude with the waves, you know what I mean? So I guess y'all probably live in the same boat. You know what I mean? I live this life from a man's perspective, so I can't really, comment on what y'all see versus what we see. But I think that at the end of the day, it provides you with some sort of help in that healing stage, right? So if you like me and you're comfortable with being with somebody, and it's just easier for you to kind of straddle from one person to the next, versus like, it's two types of people who in relationships. You got the person who they break up on Monday, they immediately go find the rest of the world on Tuesday, they in the club on Friday, and they mingling, and they hitting the whole city because, they trying to get that up out of them, and they work through their pain through people. You know what I'm saying? And then you got another type of person who shuts down completely with they cut off the world, and they take that time to heal themselves and grow, and based off of that, that's how they develop the strength to go out there and find somebody new. You know what I mean? I personally, I'm not in that space. I am going to probably tear your life apart while I get mine together. I'm sorry. I'm here to be honest. You know what I mean? And it's probably a trait that I should fix or something like that. But, it is what it is. That's who I am. So, judge your mama. But, but yeah, so for me, I think it's a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? Because if you know what you like and you like something very, very specific, because of the internet, you got to wait to go find it. And that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? And for somebody like me, like I said, it's going to help with that healing process. You know what I'm saying? Now, I don't know if y'all fly enough to have a female be able to deal with being called the next chick name for a couple months, but I mean, we had a long relationship, you know what I'm saying, based off of that. So, I don't know. Y'all got to tell me what y'all think, how y'all handle breakups, and do y'all think that the world that we live in, where we have so many options and so many similar options where you could go to Baskin Robbins or Carvel and they both serve butter pecan. Maybe that's a good thing for all of us. I don't know. I don't got the answers to it. I don't got the answers. All right, let's get into it. All right, so back from a little break. You know what I'm saying? I feel like moving forward, I don't want to belabor too many points and try to talk for forever and ever and ever on something that we could probably wrap up a little quicker. So I got another topic for y'all, right? This one is called dating in your tax bracket. You know what I'm saying? So as a youngin', I was very clear on what I needed to do, right? So I understood that there were several different types of females out there, and sometimes you got label whores, a woman who is gonna chase labels. Everything that you see from head to toe is from Fifth Avenue. I'm trying to think what they would call it. High-end designer. There you go. Because everybody not from New York. So you got females who love designer, right? All she wants is designer. I got some aunts that fit in this category. I got some cousins that fit in this category. I got some women that I know in the street, family, friends, etc., that fit in this category. Everything that they rock is designer, and that's just what it is, right? They live a lifestyle where they want everything to be high end. When you ask them where they want to go out to eat, they're going to tell you the most expensive restaurant. When you want to take them on a trip, they want to be in the best hotel. And that's of course relative, right? But at the same time, the fees is like buying a car. You purchasing a Mercedes Benz, and the requirement to maintain this Mercedes, every time you gotta get your brakes changed, every time you gotta get the oil changed, it's high. You understand what I'm saying? None of this is cheap. You understand? So you got women that sit in that space. Then you got some women who a little bit more low key, right? They might have like on a design, just so that we could recognize who we're talking about. They might have like a designer bag on, right? But everything else on them might be fashion over. You know what I mean? Everything on them might be Sheen, right? So this is more of a moderate type female. She's willing to work with less than the high end, right? So she desires nice things. She wants nice things. She wants things to be a certain type of way, but she not gonna lose her mind if y'all do an Airbnb instead of the Fontainebleau in Miami. You get where I'm going with this? All right. So how you would know who you're dealing with? Like I said, the outfit probably it's probably a mix of high and low end, right? Her shoes is probably a mix of high and low end depending on when you catch her, right? Her hair, if she got the natural joint, if she got the weave, right? It's little ways that you could kind of point this out, but she ain't dripped and dropped from head to toe. That's the clear design. That's the clear how you know that you might have somebody that's kind of willing to rock with you and be in the middle versus everything needs to be top class, right? And then you got like the earthy chick, right? Who not into none of that. You know what I'm saying? You think about like an Erikah badyu, right? She might sew some of her clothes. Some of the things that you might see on her might literally be handmade. You understand what I'm saying? She not rocking diamonds. She want actual like quartz stones, which for some reason is crazy expensive nowadays. Y'all get into something and they hike up the price on y'all for real. But this woman exists. You understand what I'm saying? And now for her, things are more about a vibe. Things are more about her feelings. Things are more emotional than it is what it costs. You understand what I'm saying? She want to go on a hike where now you don't pay for this expensive vacation, but you got to be able to walk for 5 hours because she got this view that she saw that she want to experience, and then she want to do some yoga and all that when she get there. You know what I mean? For me personally, depending on where you are in your life, you should date for your tax bracket. You know what I'm saying? Now, granted, I just showed you 3 different types of females, right? And there's some overlap as to some of the issues that you might have. There's some overlap as some of the things that they might bring to the table. But I mean, at the end of the day, depending on where your money is at and how you like to spend your bread, you got a understanding of what you're looking forward to. You understand what I'm saying? Listen, if you ain't, on the scammer tip, if you ain't on the dope boy tip, if you ain't making 200-300 a year and better, you might want to stay away from the designer joint. You know what I'm saying? Because all them things that you seen that she had when you met her, she gonna expect you to help her maintain that. You know what I mean? And don't get it twisted. Just cause she ain't buy it don't mean she can't afford it. You know what I'm saying? Just cause she didn't buy it don't mean that she can't afford it. Unlike, I'm not gonna say unlike men, but unlike men, women somehow find ways to get every and anything that they want. You understand what I'm saying? And if that gotta come from several different suitors or just one, she gonna make sure she got what she want. She gonna make sure she got what she need. And it's no reason to knock her for that. You understand what I'm saying? When I be on the internet, I be seeing y'all dudes argue with these females about the lifestyle that they choose to have or they choose to chase after. Yo, my man, you never had a shot. You understand what I'm saying? Like the type of dude that she with, he comfortable doing that for her. And trust me, I've seen it. I got, I'm not gonna say who I got. I know some people who you watch them over the course of years and they just swap dudes out. They with you on the way up and on the way down, they tell you, I gotta go. They exit stage left. You understand what I'm saying? Because that's who they are. They more about their material things than anything else. And you should respect that. You shouldn't get in your feelings about it. You shouldn't feel no type of way about it. You should recognize that if you was going to choose to try to be with somebody like this is what it come with. You understand what I'm saying? So if that means you willing to work 6 jobs to have this girl on your arm, yo, my man, that's what it's going to cost. You understand what I'm saying? If you not looking for that, then you got to find the other type of chick. You know what I'm saying? So let's be clear though, right? It's ways to kind of finagle the situation with that girl in the middle. So the high-end chick, I think for the most part, she's chasing either what she knows or she's continuing to discover the different things that are out there, right? What do I mean by that? So there's a project chick who only knows Gucci and Louis, right? And now she's rocking Dior because that's what's in style. That's what the rappers got on. That's what she see. That's what she know, right? Then there's a chick, like she used to rock Coach when she was younger, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what she knew was popping. Then there's a chick who is walking into these stores and she not just going to the store that she know about. She's going to Bergdorf, she's going to Saks, and she's learning about the different labels, right? So her fashion game and the things that she desires is always going to change and manipulate, and she's going to keep searching for the higher tier of whatever bracket, you know what I mean, she's in. That girl, it costs money to have her. There is no in between. But it's levels to labels, right? So let's say you got the girl that's in between who, like I said, just for conversation's sake, she got the Fashion Nova drip from head to toe, but her bag is Louis Vuitton or her bag is Christian Dior or something of that nature, right? She got a $3,000, $5,000, $10,000 bag on her arm, but everything else on her is kind of, local Joe Schmo type fittings. You could play the game with her because it's levels to labels, right? So if you go to Burberry, you might spend, what was the last bag I bought from? $1,500 for a bag, $2,500 for a bag, $3,500 for a bag, versus shorty asking for Chanel. I think they started like seven bands. Clearly, I ain't bought a Chanel yet. I don't plan on buying a Chanel. Hopefully, I never get asked for a Chanel. But it's levels to labels. So don't let the labels scare you, because you might be able to play that game where now you get her 2-3 bags a year, she happy. You understand what I'm saying? You get her a pair of shoes or something like that and you lit. But just be careful. Like I said, that chick from head to toe, you know what I mean? You're not getting off on none of that. You know what I mean? But it's beautiful how people project who they are through how they present. You know what I'm saying? that personality that you're looking for, a lot of times you could kind of see it from a distance. You know what I mean? So before you shoot your shot, listen, just look at, size it up. Take some time to walk around the mall, understand what's what. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of the luxury that these chicks wear that are label whores, you don't gotta, it's you're gonna be able to see it from a mile away. Now, me personally, I purchase a lot of undercover designer. The logo might be this big on the whole bag. You understand what I'm saying? Or there is no logo, but she got it on. You understand what I'm saying? It's some animal prints and things of that nature. Playing the game with that type of woman might be a little harder, but she might be willing to put up with somebody that ain't necessarily on her level due to that. You know what I mean? So I always say take your chances. Everything in front of you is a possibility. You know what I'm saying? You should never put yourself down based off of that. But at the same time, what you see in the upfront is no reason for you to try to change somebody outside of upgrading them. You know what I mean? This whole idea that you about to meet a chick, she is dripped out from head to toe. You know, she used to a certain type of dude. She used to get taken care of a certain type of way. Yo, fam, if you're not willing to put up with that, just keep it pushing. Trust me. Like I said in the segment before, bro, just hit the little tab on Instagram. She got 5 sisters that look just like her. You know what I mean? Get your Kanye on and go find you a lookalike that's a little bit lower in status of what you're looking for, and keep it pushing, Playboy, because you're wasting your time. You know what I mean? All right. That's the end of that segment. We'll take another break and we'll be back. All right. So before we get out of here, right, I want to give y'all some game. I want to give y'all some game on conversing with these ladies that y'all are dealing with, right? So I want to play it out, right? You meet shorty in the spot, on the street, whatever. You get a phone number, right? I think it's a little weird to shoot the text or send or like call her on the spot, because if she gave you like a fake number, you kind of like messing up her game. So I always say let that breathe for like 24 hours, right? The next day, it could be the morning. It don't have to be like exactly 24 hours. It could be the next morning or something like that. You know, you hit her with the follow-up, just a simple text, right? After that, you might have a light conversation with her. You know what I'm saying? Little couple back and forths. I wouldn't give it nothing too crazy. You know, have a nice day. It was nice meeting you. Whoop-de-whap. But for the most part, we just keeping this as a touch and base so that you could put that name to the number. You lock me in before you forget who you was talking to, type thing, right? The next day, you reach out. This time, I think that you lead this into a phone call, right? So, best way to do this is, I'm going to just ask you what time you're going to be free today. You know what I mean? Or I'm going to hit you around your lunch break or something of that nature. Me, I'm spontaneous. I'm going to call you direct. Like, I'm not about to sit back and wait. I'm going to hit your phone. Either you going to, I'm going to wait till it's a good time. So I'm going to hit you either around lunchtime, because I think that you got a regular 9 to 5. So I know like 11:30, 12 o'clock, you should be going to lunch. Or I'm going to hit you like 7:38, which you should be home at night. You know what I'm saying? The kids probably is put to bed, or you kind of finished cooking, that type of thing. I'm going to hit you around that time, see what's good. I'm calling directly, right? But I'm going to keep the conversation kind of short. I'm going to give you about 5 or 10 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Ask you about your day. You know, try to get some insight as to what's been going on with you for the last couple of days. You do the little single check, you know what I'm saying? Kind of see where the competition is. You don't delve too deep. Just ask, you know, if you're single, that's it, nothing more. You trying to find out if she got any kids. Real quick. You understand what I'm saying? 5, 6, 10 minute conversation. All right, boo. such and such going on, I'm going to holler at you, right? From there, the next day I'm not hitting you at all, right? And usually with the women, that's going to prompt them to text you. It don't matter. They going to get a response maybe like 45 minutes to an hour after they hit me. I'm not talking on the phone because I'm busy, right? So it's kind of like a push-pull where now I'm going to give you a little bit of space. I'm going to let you know that I'm entertaining you, but at the same time, I got other things going on. I'm not just available to you 24/7, right? Then the next day, I'm going to follow that up with another phone call. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to apologize for not being so available yesterday. You know what I mean? And now I'm trying to set up the date where now we can see each other. We can spend some time. We get to face. Fellas, anytime you set up the face, you'll have a plan. There's some restaurant that you saw on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, somewhere that this makes sense to. It's a nice little ambiance. It's a fly little spot. That's where you're taking her. You don't ask her where she want to go. You don't ask her for no suggestions. The most you need to know is a food allergy and anything that she want to avoid. You dig what I'm saying? Listen, you keep the control if you do it that way. All right. Then after that, you should be able to seal a deal. You understand what I'm saying? Now, do that mean knock it down? Not necessarily. But for sure, you should know if this girl is into you, right? If she actually into you. And you should know where y'all going for the next couple of days. You understand what I'm saying? How this going to look. You should be able to extrapolate how this go in a month, in a week, etc. I'm a little smoother, so I might be touchy-feely on my dates by the end. You know what I mean? Or I'm laid back and I'm getting that energy and that pressure from her. You understand what I'm saying? You follow this, I want to say 90% of the time. You understand what I'm saying? Following the date, you got two options. If everything was super smooth, y'all was like bonded like white on rice, you hit her the very next day. You keep that energy up and you keep that energy going. You know what I'm saying? You either invite her out to the next date or for some sort of pull-up action where she come to you, you go to her. If the vibe was like 70 to 80%, right? You don't call. You just shoot her a couple texts. You know what I'm saying? You do a check-in with her. You ask about the basics, and you keep it smooth. And now you're looking for round two to try to pull her in a little bit more. You should have learned some things about her, you know what I'm saying, that you probably needed to adjust to get to where you was trying to be. And that's how you pull that off, you know what I mean, to make it successful going forward. But it's easy, you know what I'm saying? Like, for the most part, if I got a real connection with Shorty, if I'm really her type, and my general nature is what she's looking for, I mean, it's signed, sealed, and delivered for me. You know what I mean? And for you, it should be the same thing. So, it's, what I'll say is this. The more you do this, the more times you practice this, the better you're going to get at it, right? So, if you were struggling before to kind of get to where you was trying to get to, there's mistakes that you've been making that's consistent, right? And over time, if you practice this more and more, you'll learn to tweak where you lost them at. And every single time you'll get better. You understand what I'm saying? Every woman is different, but in that is so much similarity. You know what I mean? So we're going to leave it there. It's been a Chictionary podcast. I hope y'all enjoyed this. It's a new little format I'm trying to play with. It's a new thing. We're not even a couple months in, so, give me some time to get my feet up under me, you know what I mean, get the content where I want it to be. I see a lot of y'all kind of was digging the the interview episodes, so we'll do a few more of those. But we outside, so let's get it. You know what I'm saying? Chictionary podcast. It's your brother Donell. You know what I mean? Your big bro is here for you. Check me out on all your platforms, whether that be Instagram, TikTok. You know what I mean? You already watching me on YouTube or your favorite podcast network. So like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what y'all want to hear. Let me know what y'all want to talk about. Peace.